Hi, Gipsters. So what you're going to watch me do right now is you are going to watch me identify the meaning of a word that I don't know. This word has already been identified for us, which is the word extraction. So the next thing I need to do now that the word has been identified, I need to determine if there are any clues that might help me with the word's meaning in the surrounding sentences and underline them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back to the entire paragraph where the word extractions is, and I'm going to read it, including the title, just to see if there are any helpful words, context clues that will help me figure out the meaning of this word. So the title of our text is Native American Forced Removals and Marches. It says, please note, this brief text describes 4 forced removals and marches, which only represents a portion of the violent extractions of indigenous communities from their ancestral homelands. The official policy of Indian removal has vast consequences for Native nations across the United States. So I feel like there are definitely words within this sentence that are going to help me. So I'm going to grab my highlighter tool and I'm going to highlight them. And so a word I see that I think is going to help us understand the meaning of the word extraction is the word removal. And I've seen this repeated throughout the paragraph in the sentence, and then we see the forced removals, right? And then it talks about a violent extraction of indigenous communities from their homeland. And I know that Native American peoples were removed from their homelands, and it was pretty violent. And so I'm actually thinking that another word for extraction is removal, and this is a synonym. So words that mean the same thing are called synonyms, right? They're the same. And so I'm going to get my text feature and then I'm going to adjust the size. I'm going to put it over here and I'm going to write that I think my synonym is remove or removal. Great. So now that I have typed in my synonym, I need to see if that word makes sense if I replace it in the sentence. And so I'm going to read it again to myself to see if remove or removal makes sense in place of the word extraction. So let's read again. It says, this brief text describes 4 forced removals and marches, which only represents a portion of the violent removal of indigenous communities from their ancestral homelands. And so I actually think that makes sense, but the last thing I need to do is look it up in the dictionary. And so since we're not in school, we are going to be using an online dictionary. And so I'm going to show you that right now. So I will be giving you the link to this, but we are going to be using Merriam-Webster dictionary. It is the official dictionary online. And I am just going to type in my word. Extraction. I don't think I spelled it right. So I'm going to look up my word in the dictionary. I didn't spell it right. Miss Tatum is not perfect, but I am going to read the dictionary. So it says the act or process of extracting something. And then I can also see that there are some synonyms, right, and some examples. I can see in the dictionary that there are examples, so the extraction of teeth by dentists, and I know that dentists remove teeth, and so it seems like my thinking is correct. So I am going to go ahead and copy this word. I am going to then put it into my sheet using the text feature. And then I am done. So I have successfully understood the meaning of the unknown word, which was extraction. And I know that a synonym for that would be to remove or removal. And I made sure to check my understanding in the dictionary. You are going to do this next a few times for practice, and then you will have an exit ticket.